Alright, howdy, the name's RexLink, and welcome to episode 60. Yay! I finally finished editing every single video, and I am finally done with the series, technically. And now all I'm gonna do is these remain quests. After I'm finished with this, I have basically more or less completed this game. I mean, technically speaking, there's more to complete, such as completing the Pokédex thingies. If you don't know, if you completely finish all of the tasks, you get a perfect research level, as you can see down there. I'm trying to get myself a shiny over here, but I couldn't get it. What else can you do in this game? Oh yeah, if you do the Trial of Solitude, you get a mark according to what according to the people online said. I'm not gonna do that either. So if you want to do that, you do you. But for me, I'm just gonna finish the task and request, and that'll be it. And yeah, I've finally finished training every single one of these. All of these are level 80. Their EVs are all the way up to what I want them to be, and I gave them moves that might be useful for whatever I gotta do. And I also gave them mints to benefit whatever stat that they may need to use. For the most part. This one I have no idea what to do with. Oh, and I also did a little research on alpha Pokemons because I was trying to get myself an alpha Wormadam. Couldn't, because it was too luck based and I'm too lazy to knock down every single tree I find. And according to my research, the difference between alphas and non-alphas is very, very, very minuscule. Basically, the only difference between alphas and non-alphas is that alphas have more EVs than non-alphas. So if you catch an alpha Pokemon, they probably have like a bunch of EVs in multiple stats, going up to 3. So you can have an alpha Pokemon with like 3 HP, 3 attack, and 3 defense, and probably 1 or 2 on the other stats. Whereas if you find a normal Pokemon, they'll probably have like 1 or 2 of the stats having up to 1 or 2, maybe sometimes 3, but in most cases they'll probably have 0. So if you were to put that aside, the difference between alphas and non-alphas is nothing. As you can see, they have the same nature. Technically, I gave them mints. And I give them EVs on all stats all the way up to 3, and as you can see, their stats are the exact same. So putting aside EVs, the only other difference is that they have a size difference, as you can see. And oh my god, I love alphas so much. They're probably the best thing Pokemon has ever done. I love looking at giant Pokemon. Just look at this thing. I love them both. One of them is like a cat that you can have on your lap, and the other one is a big puppy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah, so because of that, I didn't get an alpha for every single Pokemon that I'm going to be using. Which one is not an alpha? Wormadam, Abra, Bastiodon, that's it. Only those 3 Pokemon are non-alphas. Everything else is an alpha. I gave up around Wormadam because, as I said, I couldn't find anything. Bastiodon, you can only find these in the time-space rift, and that's going to be annoying trying to get an alpha there. And then I just decided whatever with the Abra. Oh yeah, I found myself an alpha Zora, and this was going to be one of my main members, assuming I actually found one before doing the final fight. And this is what he looks like. A giant... I don't know what you are. I think it's a wolf. It's cute, ain't it? I named it Cream because it reminds me of ice cream. I'm gonna be starting with Magikarp because I'm not gonna lie, I did spoil myself after looking at its moveset. For those who don't play that many Pokemon games, in case you didn't know, Magikarps can usually learn up to 4 moves. It depends on the game. They can usually learn Splash, Tackle, Bounce, and Flail. Some games don't have Bounce, some games don't have Flail, some games don't have either of those, but in most cases, you are almost guaranteed to have both Splash and Tackle. In this game, Magikarp doesn't learn anything but Splash for some godforsaken reason. So because of the fact that it couldn't fight at all, I was like, alright, I caved in. How do I win this fight? Looked it up because you can't even learn a move from Zissou for Magikarp. So I was like, wow, how are you supposed to win this? And I found a solution. Sadly. So this is the only Pokemon that I spoiled myself on when it comes to the Path of Solitude. So here's my strategy. I gave it a nature to increase its defense. I maxed out both its HP and defense. That's it. How many Pokemon do you have? Just one? Okay, so for Magikarps, I don't know about this anymore. So for Magikarps, you're supposed to survive self-destruct. Did I fail this? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Really? Not even level 80. I made every single Pokemon level 80 because Lilligant's battle had a level 80 Braviary, so I assumed that level 80 was good enough. Oh well. Well, thankfully I have a bunch of rare candies over here, so if there is ever a battle that I know that I can't win normally and I need to level up my Pokemon, I have a bunch of rare candies in the back to level them up. Let's just use all this. I could have sworn this would have worked. I think Explosion or Self-Destruct is a physical move, right? It doesn't involve special moves at all? Yeah, this is winnable. That's freaking criminal that you have to make it go all the way to level 90 in order to win. What does this mark look like? There it is. So you can have a mark on every single Pokemon in the Pokédex if you are crazy enough to do that. Alright, the next Pokemon I'm going to be doing is Bidoof. This is the giant alpha Bidoof that I found before. And what I did for this fella was make it special base. So it has special moves such as Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball. I decided to use special moves because it has more diverse typings. If you went with physical, it would have had normal, dark, and rock. I'm not sure which one's more effective. If it turns out physical is more effective, then I gotta give it a lot of stuff. Just a Navy? I could have sworn you're supposed to fight multiple Pokemon, right? Not even a sword dance worked. That's fine, I guess. But yeah, this is gonna be my official first one, Really? Was that really it? I could have sworn Path of Solitude is fighting multiple Pokemon in a row. I'm probably gonna have to read the explanation again. Alright, so for Eevee, it's gonna be similar to Bidoof. I made it very special based, so I gave it Calm Mind, Swift, and Shadow Ball. I also gave it Mimic in case it needs to learn a move that isn't something that it knows normally. So let me read this again. Battle with only one of your Pokemon. Wait, that's a problem. Why? I don't. Okay, I might have to use Mimic then. It's probably gonna do Snarl, right? These are the only moves that it can learn. Yeah, okay, yeah. Mimic was essential here. Cheeky. My attack up again. And finish it off. This is weird though. Why was Lilligant's battle level 80? Whereas everything else has been... Wait, no, Electrode was level 55. Eevee's level 50. It's hard to prepare if you don't know what you're fighting. Unless you look it up, but at that point, you're basically spoiling yourself on what you're supposed to do. Alright, next one is... Oh, goodness sake. Wormadam. So I decided to get the garbage one, which makes it steel type, because it's the most defensive one, I think. Let me try to remember. There's the bug grass one, the bug ground one, and then there's this one, bug steel. And I think bug steel has the most defense. As in, like, it has the most resistance, I think? I don't know, I'm too lazy to do the math. I gave it a bunch of random moves because I literally do not know how you're supposed to use this Pokemon. As you can see, it's neutral. I don't know. Both of its special and normal attack is equal. The defense, the special defense is equal and high. The speed is okay. HP is okay. This Pokemon is an all-rounder, and I don't know how you're supposed to use it at all. So I gave it 2 physical moves, a rock type and a steel type, and 2 special moves, a psychic and a bug type. My plan is using Silver Wind and hoping that I actually get a stat boost. Okay, so I can't do Silver Wind. I gotta go with Stealth Rock. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Heart Fairy, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, this was the perfect typing. I don't know if the Pokemon he uses differs if you use a different type of Wormadam. That, or I just chose the perfect Wormadam for this fight. Okay, next one is Abra. Abra, I don't know what to do with this thing. I just made it a sweeper, so I give it Calm Mind for the boost, and then I give it 3 different typings for special attack. Grass, Berry, and Psychic. I don't remember if you can learn anything else. I think I just chose whatever seemed the most versatile. Mr. Mime, so Energy Ball is going to be useful here. 84? Dazzling. Yeah, I just gotta focus on using Energy Ball, hope for special defense down, or well, defense down in this game. And wait, can Abra learn Recover? I don't remember. Probably can. Yep. Oh, it's gonna use Calm Mind. I was gonna finish it off with a strong style. Oh, as long as Mr. Mime doesn't have Recover, this should be an easy fight. Yep, okay. Alright, next one is Blissey. Wait. Alright, Blissey, similar to... Actually, no, I decided to make Blissey a tank, so I give it Calm Mind for boosting offensive defense, Soft Boil in case I need to stall, and then I gave it 2 special moves, aka Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. Actually, I might switch out Thunderbolt for Flamethrower. I want to get something that can do damage over time, aka, you know, like a Burn or a Frostbite. Yeah, I should have gotten Flamethrower. Oh, I just gotta out-tank the Snorlax. Just in case it decides to crit randomly. Make sure my stats stay up. And I'll do. The next one is Sneasel. I made Sneasel a glass cannon, so it can only do mostly physical stuff. I give a bulk up for stats as per usual. Drain Punch in case it gets hurt at some point. Then I gave it close combat and poison jab for diverse damaging. Not even psychic. But he can still do a flying type move. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, and all I gotta do is stall for the rest of the fight. I just realized how bad how close that was. If it did a crit, I would have been over. Right, next one is Rotom. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the requirements for Rotom is to use one of the other forms, but should I? Okay, so this one is a glass cannon. I gave it Ominous Wind just in case I can, boost its stats. Then I gave every other move for Diversity, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse. You know what? I feel like you're gonna do something cheeky. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my Rotom a flying type. I feel like he's gonna pull out a freaking ground type Pokemon. You need to remember that in this game, Pokemon don't have abilities. So Rotom would normally have Levitate, but since abilities don't exist in this game, ground types will affect it. Let's see. It was the Spinning Blades. Air Slash. Cheeky little shit, I knew it. I saw it ahead of time. That thing's definitely gonna use like Earth Power or Earthquake. But now the problem is I don't... If I went with the Refrigerator, I would have an Ice move. But no, it's too risky. Wait, it can use Bite. No, it's not Ghost type anymore. Right? Oh. Okay. Was this the right answer? Alright, the next one is Bastiodon. I decided to make Bastiodon a tank. So it has a healing move, aka Rest, and 3 other moves that can deal damage over time, such as Stealth Rock for the Jagged Rocks, Ice Beam for Frostbite, and Flamethrower for Burn. That's the only thing I can think of in terms of how I can use this Pokemon. Okay. This might be a problem. I did not count on fighting another Staller. Unless the goal is to make sure try to make Lisi Soft Boil runs out. That's the only thing I can think of. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna... Seriously? So I'm stuck in this battle. Oh god, these. I don't think it ran out of soft boil. I think it just stopped using it. Unless it has like a very small amount of soft boils it can use. Okay, the next one is Roselia. Did I make you again? Yeah, I think it was just glass cannon. It's just straight power. Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Sludge Bomb, Energy Ball. It couldn't learn any stat buff moves such as Calm Mind or whatever. So I'm just pure damage with this Pokemon. Shadow Ball, it's not gonna be useful. I guess I'll be spamming Sludge Bomb then. That was really simple. Huh. Okay. So the only thing you can get from this is just rare candy. And that was everyone. Yeah, okay, that's it. I finished everything. That went by really quickly. I could have sworn that someone said you're supposed to do multiple battles with a single Pokemon, but I didn't expect it to be all 1v1s. More? Are you serious? How many is there? I did not prepare for this. Okay, so after looking it up, these are the actual last requests in the entire game, aside from the Dark Rhine Shaman stuff. So I'm gonna be training these Pokemon. Okay, I'm back. I trained all of the Pokemon needed for the remaining requests, and I am ready. Alright, so here are the Pokemon. I got myself a Kleavor, Lilligant, Kricketot, Wurmple, and Roserade. The Roserade, I just evolved a Roselia, so I don't need to do anything with that. Kleavor... Well, all of these Pokemon I just caught randomly. I didn't use my Lilligant because she's way too high level, so I gotta like capture a new one and level it all the way to level 80. And I did change one move. Rather than get Poison Jab, I got Aerial Ace because the last time I tried to do the Solitude, you know, just to check it out with Yuri, I noticed that it was a Bravery, aka a flying psychic type. So none of its moves is gonna work at all, except for Aerial Ace, which is the only move that I can think of that would work on the Bravery. But I'll talk more on that later. I will focus on the Pokemon, each and every individual Pokemon first. So first off is the Roserade, same strategy. Quite literally nothing has changed with Roserade. Same moves, same stats, same nature, etc, etc. And it's just Sludge Bomb and Sludge Bomb, right? I think. We'll be fine. Yeah. Okay, the next one is Cleavor. I mostly kept the majority of its moves the same except for Calm Mind. I had to learn that from Zissou. I had the option between Sword Stance and Calm Mind, and I decided to go with Calm Mind because I wanted the defense. Just in case, you know? Udra. That might be an issue. I could go for... Oh no. What I'm concerned about is the defense down from close combat. Yeah, this might be done. It's because I didn't freaking use close combat from the beginning. I would have done it, right? But no, but I just used Calm Mind to increase its strength. This is the worst fucking fight. I literally do not know how you're supposed to do this. Fuck it. I don't care anymore. Whatever. I really don't give a monkey half-pipe shit. Just finish this already. Just shut the hell up, you senile train man. Calm Mind Agile, so I don't lose out in turns. You piece of liquid shit. This is actually a bad fight. I feel like it's just RNG at that point. You need to overlevel an RNG, that's it. I literally cannot think of a single way of how you're supposed to do this fight normally. Alright, that fucking sucked. Next one is Lilligant. I gave it the same, most of the same moves, with the difference being Poison Jab or Aerial Ace, because the fight's gonna be against a Braviary. That fucking what the hell is that thing called? Udra took everything out of me. I'm not even feeling it anymore. I'm feeling mentally exhausted. Alright, Victory Dance, boost, defense, attack, etc, etc. It's so you don't die and also you can kill faster. And we just swing. I'm not sure about this anymore. It was just all easy so far, and then now I gotta deal with this shit. Maybe I'm not supposed to fight it at all. I'm supposed to stall it? Oh, but Stun Spore would be better. Alright, let me try this. When is that paralysis gonna work? You're fucking with me. What was the percentage again? On how likely paralysis is actually gonna fucking activate? I don't remember. Wasn't it like freaking 20, 30, 50? I got the worst fucking dice rolls known to man. I'm just about this fucking close to losing it. Rob this. I won this up. Okay, do it once. I'm just sitting on monkeys. I can't fucking do anything. Okay, research. Wait, shit. This is not looking at me. Oh, thank God, I got lucky. That was pure luck. That was actual luck. 25%. That does not look like 25%. I swear to everything unholy. It probably did like 30 moves and got fully paralyzed for like 2 or 3. Or was it? No, probably 4. 30 moves, 4 full paralysis. That's it. That's what it felt like. Holy shit, okay. I did Rose Raid, Cleavor, Logan. Okay, next up is Kricketot. So, Kricketot is a weird Pokemon because these are the only 2 moves it has. I didn't know which one I needed more. I think I needed Absorb more, so I decided to increase its speed and decrease its attack, but thankfully it didn't make too much of a difference. Maybe I'm supposed to stall out the enemy? Holy fuck. And you want this little roach to fight that thing? Am I really gonna stall out a Gyarados? I think I'm... oh my god. I will increase this damn Pokemon's level if I need to. How many twisters does it have? I think it was 20, or was it one of those moves where it goes up to 40? I do not know. It might run out. I don't even know what turn I'm on. Yeah. Okay, so Taco is definitely not worth using. Alright, let's see if a level 90 makes a difference. If it doesn't, we're going all the way to 100. Not even Magikarp needs to go all the way to level 100. I'm not even gonna do Strong Style. I don't trust you. Oh wait, that was enough, right? I don't see a pixel. Yep. I don't I don't trust this little thing. Okay. Now we get to Wurmple, the last one. It's level 85 because I severely underestimated how much XP the large what was it? XL EXP candy gave. Holy fuck, this might need to be level 100 again. It's not happening. It's 10 power difference. I don't think that matters at all. Yep, I don't care anymore. I'm so tired at this point. I lost every single fight. Except for Rose Raid. I don't know why Rose Raid was the only one that wasn't difficult. Yep, it had to be level 100. And with that, I've finished every single one of them, right? I swear to God, if you do something stupid, I'm gonna have to hurt you personally. There you go, I've done it. I've completed every single request in the game, minus the Darkrai and Shaman thing, but I'm gonna ignore those because I don't have the games for them. Let me do one more check. If I don't see a number, then I probably screwed up somehow. I think it was like 92, 93 is for Shaman, right? Darkrai and Shaman, yeah. 92, 93, we ignore those. Okay, wait, yeah. Okay, we finally did it. I've done everything I can or want to in this game. God dang, I'm so tired. My head starting to hurt. I think I got a little too angry. Alright, and with this, I can finally stop playing this game. And finally, actually, you know, I think I still don't know what I want to do next. If you're seeing this video, chances are I still haven't decided on what series I want to do next. I'm probably going to do challenge videos for a while before I can finally decide on what game to play next on the channel. Alright, until then, bye-bye. Look at this big puppy. She's adorable, isn't she? You're the only thing that makes me happy in this game. Well, actually, there's a couple of things, but you're the only thing that makes me happy right now.